Class 5 Computer Chapter 3 Advanced Features of Word Processor 1. Topics for today are working with tabs, indenting text, recap of the chapter, and book exercises A and B. Working with tabs. Now, working with tabs means giving space from the margin from to the place where you are going to start typing your text, or giving space between the text. If you want to create columns of without creating a table, that can also be done through this tab. The most common way to indent the text is to use the tab key. It is used to move the cursor at certain spaces in a document. By default, tab stops are set at every 0.5 inches, means half inch. You can set the tab stops along the ruler according to your requirement. You can also set your own requirement. If you don't want this half inches, then you can set your own 1 inch, 1.5, 1.2, whatever number of measurement you want, you can set. When you press the tab key, the cursor automatically jumps to the next tab. So when you set a tab of 1 inch, if you after setting you press the tab, the cursor will move to the place where 1 inches measurement is shown in your ruler. Tabs can also be created using leader lines. So when you are giving a tab space in a line or a paragraph, what happens? The empty space that is given will be filled with dots and dashes. The leaders insert dots or dashes in the space leading up to the tab stop. To set the tab stop, follow the given steps. Click on the dialog box launcher button in the paragraph group of the layout tab. This is first step. Then the paragraph dialog box appears. Click on the tabs button present on the lower left of the dialog box. Here, lower left of the dialog box, click there. Then the tabs dialog box appears on the screen. Here it is there. Type a tab position, for example 1.25 inch you want to set, you can type there in the tab stop position text and then click OK. Now press the tab key, the cursor will jump to the next position where you have set the tab stop, that is at 1.25 inches. Similarly, set a new tab at 3 inches and click OK. And when you start on the document, if you press tab, it will move to 3 inches place. Here, a tip to learn is you can quickly set tabs by using the tab selector, the L symbol or the L button present on the left end of the ruler, and you can keep on clicking on the button until it displays the type of tab you want to set. Then click on the location on the ruler bar where you want to set the tab. Now one more thing that you can learn here is the line spacing is the amount of space between the lines. This is the vertical spacing of the line in a paragraph. Click on the dialog box launcher at the bottom of the paragraph group. Select the indents and spacing tab. Click on the drop down menu of line spacing. Select any line spacing option. There are many options given there. You can select any one. You can select the select line spacing by clicking on the line and paragraph spacing button and select the desired spacing from the display. You can set your own line spacing also. You can customize it. In Windows Word 2013, you can also insert columns, column breaks, set paper orientation, margins, etc. by using the page layout tab. Now, indenting text. Indentation determines the amount of spacing between the text and the page margin. So here you can see this double-sided arrow mark which shows how much space is given from the margin from where you are starting your text, you're typing the text. That space can, that indenting can also be done through this tab stops, or the indentation determines the amount of spacing between the text and the page margins. Indenting basically draws the reader's attention. This is done to give a attractive look to the document. Indentation feature is used to move the complete paragraph or the first line of a paragraph to a specific position, either from the left or right margin. For this, these are the steps to be followed. Select the text to be indented, means given margins. Click on the in the increase indent button in the paragraph group on the home tab. The selected text will shift ½ inch away from the left margin. Click on the decrease button if you want to give less space. Then to move the text ½ inch closer to the left margin, you can click on the decrease indent button. Now look at the example figure 2.9, 3.9, indenting text. You can see that when you increase it, there's a large gap here, large space, and when you decrease it, there's less space here. So these are the two functions of decrease and increase indent. Tips here for you is you can also set the indents by dragging method. You can also drag, like I told you in the previous tabs topic, that on the ruler bar you can click the tabs where L or a symbol is written there. You can move that and set your indentation. Select the paragraph and then drag the first line indent or left indent, right indent, or hanging indent on the ruler bar. Now we come to the recap section. We have covered all the topics of this chapter. Let's quickly recap what we learned, the main points of this chapter. The Format Painter tool is used when you want to copy and apply the same formatting such as color, font style and size, and border style to another section of text or graphics. The superscript option places the selected text slightly above the baseline. The subscript option places the selected text slightly below the baseline. Shadow effect gives the 3D look to the text. Header and footer is used to place some information on top and bottom of every page respectively. Margin refers to the amount of blank space between the edge of the page and the document text. The page orientation property sets the printing direction of the text, that is landscape or portrait. The tab key is used to move the cursor at certain spaces in a document. For indentation, the tab key can be used for indentation. Indentation determines the amount of spacing between the text and the page margins. Now let's do some exercises, that is exercise A, book exercises A and B given in your book for this chapter. Exercise A is a fill in the blanks exercise. Let's look at all these questions. Question number 1. The default margins are set at dash from top bottom, left and right edge of the page. What's the default margin for this in window Word 2000 Word 10? It is 1 inches. That's at computers set by the margins set by the computer. If we want, we can change it to our own requirements also. We can do the customization also, but whenever you open a Word document, this is the setting done for every document, and the measurement is 1 inch. Number 2, question number 2, to copy formatting to multiple text, dash on the format painter button. If we want to copy only once the formatting, we just click single click, but when we want to do want to apply the same formatting to many texts, different places, then what we do, we double click on the format but painter button. Question number 3, column breaks option is present on the dash tab. Column breaks is option is present on dashed layout tab. Yes, that there are many tabs on the above the ribbon. We have for this column break, we have to click on the layout tab. Dash refer to the amount of blank space between the edge of the page and the document text. So what is that? Refer the space that is given from the between the edge and the edge of the page and the document text, margins. That's called the margins. Option 4 is margins. Question number 5, the default tab stops are set at every 0.5 inch. Now let's look at exercise B. State true or false. Question 1. Indentation determines the amount of spacing above or below a paragraph. False. Indentation is from left to right. That's the space, horizontal spacing we give space. If it is above or below paragraph, then it is the line spacing that we can use. So here the statement is false. Question number 2, tab key is used to move the cursor at certain spaces in a document. Yes, tab key is used to move the cursor at certain spaces in a document. True. The question number 3, the page break option splits the document into 2 or more columns. False. Page break breaks the document into different pages. Column breaks is used to split the document into 2 or more columns. Question number 4, landscape is the default paper orientation in Word 2016. False. Portrait is the default paper orientation in Word 2016. Question number 5, the subscript option places the selected text slightly above the baseline. Answer is false. Superscript is the superscript option places the selected text slightly above the baseline. Subscript option places it below the baseline. So that's all for today, children. You have to do these 2 exercises in your copy neatly and learn it well. And read the chapter well.